Today we are going to study a poem Song of Radha, the Milkmaid, written by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu is better known as the Nightingale of India or the Kokila of India. She was born on 13th February 1879. She passed away on 22nd March 1949. She wrote many books. The first book appeared in 1905, The Golden Threshold. Second, The Bond of Time, 1912, The Broken Wind, 1915. In this one, there are so many books. In her political life, she was an active politician. She was with Mahatma Gandhi, and she is called as the Nightingale of India. In her poetry, we see that her poetry is completely detached from the political views. She goes into the religious legendary world and she describes the beauty of religion. She describes the beauty of spiritualism. And we can say that she was a close associate of Mahatma Gandhi, and she also became the president of Indian National Congress in 1925. And now here is a poem, The Milkmaid, uh, Radha. She's, she goes to sell curd and see her expression in what manner she expresses her feelings. The poem begins like that. I carried my skirts to the Mathura fair, how softly the hair fair were lowing. Fair means the calves. I wanted to cry, who will buy these skirts that are white as the clouds in the sky, when the breezes of summer are blowing? But my heart was so full of your beauty, beloved, that they laughed as I cried without knowing, Govinda, 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 how softly the river was flowing. One thing is interesting to know here, Radha is the lover and Lord Krishna is the beloved. Radha says that she used to go to sell curd to the Mathura city, and in the way she happens to see, the cows were making their lowing sound, and she wanted to cry in usual terms that who is going to buy her curd that is as white as the clouds in the sky. There is a beautiful simile. The whiteness of the curd is compared with the whiteness of the clouds. She also described the rainy season. When the breezes of Sawan are blowing, it is time of rainy season. Sawan is a month of rains. Means there was the beauty of nature, but my heart was so full of your beauty, beloved. Now here Radha says that her heart was lost in the spiritual beauty of the beloved. Her heart was lost in the spiritual beauty of the Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna here becomes the beloved, that she was completely lost in her search of the lover, beloved. And they laugh. The people who were watching Radha, they started to laugh as she started to say something, and she started to say that Govinda, 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 Govinda. She forgot to say that she is going to sell the curd. Instead of selling the curd, she started to say that Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. It expresses how Radha is lost in the spiritual beauty of Lord Krishna. And then the poetess writes that how softly the river was flowing. The river Yamuna was flowing in a very natural manner, in a beauty of sweetness. And next we come to the second stanza. Now here the picture in what manner the cows are making lowing sound at the time of the evening, and Radha is going to sell her curd to Mathura city. Now it is the Mathura city. The rainy season is there. See the beauty of the poem, the beauty of the season. Now the second stanza begins like that. Again, there is the expression of Radha, that I carried my paws to the Mathura tide, means there was the tide in the river. How gaily the rowers were rowing. She also describes in what manner the sailors rowing their boats in the river, on the surface of the river, they were happy. My comrades called, the friends of Radha invited her, oh, let us dance, let us sing, they invited her to sing and dance together and wear saffron garments to welcome the spring. See in what manner they invited Radha to wear the garments of the saffron color to welcome the spring. She means they want to enjoy the beauty of the spring season. And you see what manner her friends also invite her and pluck the new birds that are blowing, that are coming in that manner. The beauty of the spring is described here. In the first stanza, the poet describes the beauty of the rainy season, and in the second stanza, the poet describes the beauty of the spring and in what manner her friends were inviting her to play together, to dance together, to sing together, and to wear the garments of the saffron color to welcome the spring season. Okay, that was the beauty of the spring. But on the other side, Radha Radha expresses her feeling and says, "But my heart was so full of your music, beloved." Again, Radha says that she was so much lost in the love of the beloved, in the beloved here, Lord Krishna, that she was lost in the music of Lord Krishna. And the people started to mock Radha at what she was saying. And Radha again started to say that Govinda, 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 how gaily the river was flowing. Again, the poetess described the Yamuna River. The Yamuna River was flowing in a simple manner, in a gaily flowing in a natural manner. See, in the last line of the first stanza is again repeated in the last line of the second stanza. It is the beauty of the spring season, and the poetess described how Radha was lost in the spiritual beauty of Lord Krishna. See, there is a scene of Yamuna River. The boats are there, the saffron color is there, and her friends are inviting her to play together, to sing together. Now again, the poetess describes her feelings and says, Radha happens to reach to the Mathura temple. I carried my gift to the Mathura Sriman's temple. How brightly the torches were glowing, the torches, the light of the temple were glowing, were shining. That was the time of the evening. And she was standing there. I folded my hands at the altars to pray. See what manner Radha started to pray. O shining ones, guard us by night and by day. That is the expression of Radha's love for Lord Krishna, that she lost in the beauty of Lord Krishna, the spiritual beauty of Lord Krishna, and she prays to Lord Krishna to guard her night and day. And at that time, the prayer was going on, the worship was going on, the conch were blowing there, the sound of the conch was there, but that was the beauty of the evening. In what manner there was the prayer scene, the conch shell were blowing, but my heart was so lost in worship, beloved. Again, Radha says that she was lost into the worship of Lord Krishna. She was lost in the worship of her beloved. That's why they were wrote, when I cried without knowing, they became angry when Radha started to say that Govinda, 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 how brightly the river was flowing. Again, there is repetition of line that the river is flowing naturally. In this manner, see, the poetess describes the feeling of Radha, and she says in what manner Radha was lost in the love of Lord Krishna. And we can say that Radha is a symbol of the soul, and Lord Krishna the symbol of the super soul. It is natural that the soul is always in search of the super soul, and Radha is singing the prayer of the God in the beauty of Lord Krishna. See, here is a scene that is Yamuna River that is situated before the temple of Lord Krishna. The people are happy, they are enjoying. Now again, I describe a saint who is blowing the conch, and that is blown at the time of prayer, at the time of worship. And now Radha is lost into the spiritual beauty of Lord Krishna. Radha is a soul, Lord Krishna is the super soul, and Radha is lost in the beauty of Lord Krishna, in the spiritual beauty of Lord Krishna. She is in search of super soul. In that manner, Sarojini Naidu describes the expression of Radha's feelings for Lord Krishna. Sarojini Naidu expresses her feeling about the milkmaid, Radha's love for Lord Krishna. Radha is the milkmaid who carried curd to sell at the Mathura fair. She describes the beauty of the rainy season, how softly the calves were lowing or making their sound. The beauty of this rainy season. And the poetess describes and compares the whiteness of the curd with the whiteness of the cloud with the help of a simile. She seems to be lost in the world of spiritual beauty, her beloved Lord Krishna. She was so immersed in the worship of her Lord that she cries Govinda several times. She forgets her identity. The river Yamuna flows on softly as if appreciating her chant, her Govinda sound. Next, the poet describes the boatsmen rejoicing and call out to their companion to come and join them in their celebration by singing and dancing along them. The boats are in happy mood as they celebrate the advent of the spring season. They welcome the coming of the spring season. The people also welcome the spring season by wearing saffron cloths and pluck the newly formed birds. The people celebrate the advent of the spring as it is associated with the rebirth and life. Yes, spring season is a symbol of rebirth and new life. Even during this time, Radha seems to be thinking only about her Lord, again cries out, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. The people around her mock and jeered at her love for Lord Krishna. The river Yamuna flows naturally in a natural rhythm. Instead of selling her curd, she carries it to the Mathura temple and offers them as gift to her Lord. She describes how brightly the shrine was lit up by the torches, by the light. She folds her hands to pray to the deity, encircled by the snakes, and prays for the protection while the conch shells are blown. Her heart is lost to the vision of her beloved Lord Krishna. She is completely lost in the vision of her beloved Lord Krishna. She calls out the name involuntarily. Others became angry, but the river Yamuna flows on wider water, dazzles the light of the torches. Radha is a symbol of the soul, and Lord Krishna, the symbol of the super soul. And thank you.